So we're back at the space anomaly again, and we access the prismatic core like we were doing the Quicksilver mission. We have these choices here. I'm supposed to do the purge one. Okay. It says I'll be disassembling. So I think this is the purpose of phase 2, is to demonstrate what we would be doing. And one of those things is pulling something apart, a crashed swarmer ship or whatever. So it looks like, yeah. And according to this, we can just jump in our ship, take off, and it's going to take us to where we need to go, just like on a Quicksilver mission. So wherever it is we're going. There's our marker. No good. Takes us right to where we need to go. Now, the last time we pulled one of these things apart, these sentinel swarmer things showed up and started messing with us. So I think this is the point where we get to pull our robot, our Minotaur, into things and see if it can actually be of help. So hello there, guy. First thing I'd like to do is install those upgrades that I grabbed a little while ago. Engine upgrade. Oh yeah, I forgot I'd actually gotten a couple of those when I was selling tech and equipment. But I don't have a cannon upgrade, so that should give you a little bit more combat effectiveness. And make sure that your AI is running. There you go. All right, buddy. If you wouldn't mind watching my back while I yank this thing apart. Or at least help me out there. What are you doing, Mr. Robot? You gonna shoot the bad guys or what? There's one over there. You're gonna have to be more help in the future there, buddy. Okay, there's a count. We need 8 pieces ripped off this thing. I guess the red things tell you what you can rip off. How many is that? All right. guess that's all 8. So we're good. Good to go. And what did we get for that? Scatter blaster, shell greaser, and flight assist override. I actually already have one of those installed. I took it off one of the ships that I claimed from the anomaly from past expeditions. But if you don't have one of those, that'll definitely come in handy. All right. So next we do a restore mission. I guess we have to head back. So here we are back at the prismatic core to do, actually, which one? Restore mission, which is, that's sabotage, that's restore. Recover fallen swarmers before the ecosystem is damaged. Didn't we just do that? Are we in the same system? No, mission target is in another system, so I guess it doesn't always send you where you need to go. Well, we'll get there. Alright, this is a dissonant planet, so I want to keep an eye out for sentinel ships when I'm doing this stuff. If I have an opportunity. Alright, that is not a crashed thingamajiggy. So what are we doing with these missions? Switch to terrain manipulator mode. Ah, okay. So this is a lot like Buried Bones missions. I see. Yeah, this is straight up like Buried Bones missions. Any closer? No. You know what? I'll avoid the poisonous atmosphere and take the subway. It'd be faster to jet sometimes, but oh my, what's that? Okay. Ooh, there's a fella above us. This gets weird sometimes when it's buried beneath the hard floor, you know, the part you can't dig under. And sometimes if they're too far under, you can't actually get at them, even though that's aggravating. That one, fortunately, was close enough where you could grab it, but sometimes you'll get one that is out of reach and it's bugged out, and it's frustrating because it's a waste of time and you got to go find another one. So Alright. That should do it. It's one of the nice things about the Corvettes, and I wish we had access to them, is that they can hover. I mean, you can actually leave them hovering and jump out of your ship. Alright, so retrieve valuable swarm data from a fallen swarmer. Sounds pretty straightforward. There's another fella. There's 2 people who have claimed this Starborn runner. Honestly, it's not my favorite ship, but it is a smart choice because of its performance characteristics. Okay, now this time it's taking me where I need to go. Last time it made me go. Alright. Always pay attention to the details. Hello, little critter. Cute. Alright, so we don't tear it apart. Access the neural casing. So they want a microprocessor, carbon nanotubes, and glass, which thankfully I have some left over. So a microprocessor. I can make that, can I? Yeah, I can. So this is a lot like a drop pod, where you would need to give it nanotubes, sodium, and one of those antimatter containment things in order to get an exosuit slot added. So does that give us something, or? Okay, yeah, that's all we had to do. Easy peasy. So where does that get us? That gets us to countermeasures. Alright, so this is the thing everybody is talking about right now. We are waiting to complete this community sort of project right here. And we can actually pull the thing up. I guess you don't have to necessarily go back to the anomaly and access it from there, but or maybe all you can do is check the progress here. Either way, you can see what's going on. And I know by word of mouth that these things reset every 8 hours. Ah, there it is. Mission complete. 1 hour and 1 minute. So it's not reset every 8 hours from the time you do it. It's reset literally on every 8 hours. The missions change. So we can't do any more of those. So I guess this would be a good stopping point. For phase 3, until we get to the point where the expedition moves forward as a community. That's the only thing we can do. However, still have some business here. I haven't run across a sentinel ship. Really haven't had an opportunity to. Haven't spent that much time on the ground, so I haven't started any fights. Haven't started any fights with any corrupt sentinels, and those swarmer things don't seem to count. and I haven't gotten an echolocator, so I need to find some freighters nearby. So I jumped to the system called Swag. Yeah. With these 4 planets. It's pretty close to the one we were in. And I've finally got some freighters. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a fight. On purpose. This won't work in a pirate system. Because what I'm trying to do There we go. I've got the sentinel ships mad at me. I need to get a little ways away from the freighters because I don't need to take fire from them. But hello there, buddy. So, if you keep your screens charged up, you should be pretty okay, even in a fight. We're up to three red dots, and 2 interceptors at a time. Where's the other fella? What I would like to do at some point in the near future is replace one or the other, either the photons or the infraknife, with phase beams, because they can recharge your shields and you don't have to stop and fiddle with menus. You just use a different weapon and charge your shield up while at the same time taking out the enemy. Especially with sentinels, because they love to recharge their shields fairly quickly. And more than likely, although the infraknife is a really good weapon, the sentinel ships come with their own sentinel cannon, which is like it's like a photon cannon, but it's a little bit better. But it allows you to boost it with the photon cannon's upgrades. So essentially, it's like a jacked up photon cannon. All right. So the next thing it's going to send at me is the Sentinel freighter. If I can take him out. And I need to take out these shield modules first. There's 2 on either side. Then all these cannons. Oh my god, so many cannons. Watch my shields. Alright, I've got his shields down, and what I would advise doing is taking out all of the laser turrets on one side of the ship. As you'll notice, I've still got these interceptors trying to get me too. And just back and forth. Break him. until you take him down. All right. And it gives me an AI fragment. Basically, it's a consumable item that I can just use to find an interceptor. You use it like you would an anomaly detector or any of those other consumable items. The thing you use to find a derelict freighter, and that's worth one free visit to a sentinel ship. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to like this sentinel ship that I find, but it is a free trip. And all I have to do is rinse and repeat what I just did to get more of them, or be happy with what I find on the first go round. But for right now, we'll make that something to do on the next visit. I'll park it here aboard the local space station. Maybe I'll jump out and jump back in. One thing about defeating the sentinel frigate is that it allows you to basically pirate the entire system without worrying about sentinels. It's like defeating a walker on the planet or taking out a sentinel tower. So if I log off and log back in, I should be able to rinse and repeat this as however many times I can stand doing it, and then I'll have a bunch of carrier fragments so that I can check out a variety of systems until I find the sentinel ship I like. So when I see you again, I'll have a handful of these things, and we'll go see what we can find for a sentinel ship, because I think that's my next project. All right. Well then.